Hello, my name is Daniel Miller. I've been a practicing family law attorney since 2000. I went to a local law school and have spent nearly all my adult life in Hampton Roads. Today I'm going to discuss divorce law in Virginia. Divorces can happen one of two ways, contested or uncontested. If the two spouses are able to get along and divide up the assets, or maybe there's not that many assets to divide, I recommend an uncontested divorce. They are less costly both financially and emotionally and usually take less time. Virginia requires only that the parties stay separated for more than a year with the intent to get a divorce. Then one of the parties can file after that time on no-fault grounds. Usually only one party needs to have an attorney. Virginia shortens that period of time from 1 year down to 6 months if two requirements are met. First, the parties have no minor children together, and second, they've signed a written separation agreement. However, if children are present in the marriage, Virginia requires a full year separation as divorce greatly impacts kids and the parties need to be sure. In most uncontested divorces, I recommend the parties to have a separation agreement. A professional separation agreement reduces the uncertainty they may have and fosters a peaceful resolution to a difficult situation. However, oftentimes the parties cannot agree on how the assets are going to be divided, or maybe there's so much animosity between them that they can't get along at all. In that case, they're most likely going to have to file a contested divorce. In Virginia, contested divorces are filed on one of three major grounds: adultery, cruelty, and desertion. Desertion can be constructive desertion, where even though you left, your spouse's actions caused you to leave. Maybe your spouse stayed out to 4 in the morning partying every night while you were home with the kids. Or maybe they've made the atmosphere in the house hostile and unpleasant, withheld sex, or just flat out told you to leave. In those situations, even though you left, you did not desert the marriage. Cruelty can be either mental or physical. Mental cruelty exists in situations where your spouse constantly belittles you or criticizes you, withholds affection, or just treats you in a controlling or manipulative way. Most contested divorces, however, end up reaching an agreement. This is because the parties finally realize the financial and emotional cost of a litigated divorce, or maybe enough time passes and their emotions cool down. In my career, I've met with many clients, and I'd like to take the time right now to answer one question that frequently I get. Often a client would look at me and ask, do we really need to be separated for a full year? Because we've been sleeping in separate rooms for a year and we haven't had sex for that time. I then have to ask follow-up questions. Do you watch TV together? Do you pay your bills together? Do you do laundry together? Because if you do these things, then you're not really separated. Divorce ends a marriage, and Virginia realizes that oftentimes it's only after the parties separate, get away from each other, and start living separate lives that they're able to realize how they really feel about their marriage or about their spouse. The attorneys at John W. Lee PC are skilled and aggressive, but we're also compassionate. We understand the difficulties you're going through. And I hope that you're not going through difficulties in your family, but if you are, my name is Daniel Miller. Come see me.